So it's been a while. I haven't done any updates. I've been busy in the garage. Life's been happening. Here's an update on what's been up here at GarageLaverty because I've been neglecting the internet. So yeah, welcome back to GarageLaverty where the beer's always cold and shit's always broken. Today more so than most. So right now, we've got a new bike here in GarageLaverty. I'll show you here in a second. And I've got the other two problem children that have been problem children forever. ZXR runs awesome. Cannot put an air filter on it or it doesn't run. I got an airbox on order from a guy I'm gonna just cut the shit out of and it'll work out. The Ducati hit a pothole. When I went back and looked at the pothole, I was pretty sure I could see China through the other side of it. It looks pretty good, but it's pretty bad. So yeah, here's what's up. So first off, the new toy. This right here. This is a 1980 Yamaha XS650 that somebody was kind enough to hardtail convert for me. Gave up on the project, bought a real Harley, left me to finish this. I'm kind of having fun with it. Ridiculous front forks and all. So, I can't come up with a brake line for the front because apparently I need a 5-foot long brake line to go from that drum brake up to the bars. I think I'm just going to fake it, old school chopper style, and go, who needs a front brake? So if you look, the back brake's off of it because I'm damn sure rebuilding that thing before I ride it anywhere. I'm going through the wiring, cleaning it up. I had to weld a few brackets on. And I'm going to run all the wiring through this little loom here, which I found in a marine supply store. Looks pretty bitchin'. I had to build up a fuse panel. I had to build up a rear master cylinder reservoir bracket. So I've gotten to play with a little bit of fabrication here, but if you look, it's all terrible, but it's good enough for what I'm trying to do, you know, close enough for government work and all that. Sorry, it's all a mess over here, but yeah, this is what you get when you work in a two-car garage, right? So, yeah, these shenanigans are going to be awesome, but they're going to be shenanigans. So I got to wire this bad boy in. I've got a tail light here that I got from, I think it was No School Customs. So, there we go. You can see it in the reflection. It says stop in it. I don't think it's going to help. This is Bellevue after all. And nobody's stopping just because somebody told them to. And I was lucky enough that the previous owner named this bike for me. So if you look, he scribbled the word Wendigo here. I can't let a good name like that go away. So I got to figure out how to keep that Wendigo after I put paint on it. Because it just works. Apparently the Wendigo is an Appalachian version of Sasquatch or the Yeti. It's basically just a big carnivorous evil beast that haunts New York State. I kind of dig it, even if this will never make it that far. So, yeah, this will be shenanigans. I look completely ridiculous riding it. It's like a bear on a bicycle. It's terrible. But it's fun. I just couldn't not buy it. So, this guy, I've been riding him to work all the time. I've put a bunch of, kilometers on it. I've put probably the better part of 1,000 kilometers on the bike now. As long as I don't have an airbox on it, it's awesome. And there is something incredible about just driving through traffic and being an absolute jackass at 45 miles an hour. It would take damn near an act of Congress to do something ridiculous enough to send me to jail on this bike. I've been having nothing but fun with this, and yeah, it turns out it'll top out at speedometer at 180 kilometers an hour. I swear, closed course, professional driver, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, it's slow, but it gets up to a high speed eventually. It makes ridiculous noises, and now I want it to be noisier. And then we've got this problem child. So, like I was talking about, this guy hit a pothole, and all was sad. And I had to take it in to get an estimate, and another estimate for the paint. And it's been sitting here for the better part of a month and a half now while I figure out what to do about all of that and more. So you run over your front fender, it's kind of messy and nasty and is just no good. So right now, I've got dial indicator on the front wheel as I was trying to figure out exactly how fucked the wheel is. And it turns out, one, cheap Chinese dial indicators are bullshit. Two, this wheel is very bent. So if this wheel were straight, that needle wouldn't move. And as you can see, it's drifting a lot. Ah, there we go. There's the wow. So, also, the wheel bearing gets really free there. The wheel spins way easier on that part. So, bent wheel, bent axle, like the insurance company quoted. Also, that shouldn't go clunk. So, yeah, busted rotor, obviously paint damage, all that bullshit. And hang on, let me dismiss this text. There we go. So, yeah, this I'm hoping to have running by the time I take it to California for World Superbike. Bike still runs flawlessly. I didn't lay it down. But somehow, driving through a great big hole, I managed to do just shy of $5,000 in damage to it. And I have a month to fix it. Here's hoping. Also, I really got a better camera because my arm's getting tired. So, yeah, if we go back here, this is my ridiculous 2-car garage with way too many bikes and a silly neon with bright orange wheels that will be the topic of a lot of GarageLaverty specials here coming up in the next year. So I got to get it running. I got to put it in the driveway. It's been 12 years since it's been street registered. It's been even longer since it was a commuter. It's all sorts of badness. But yeah, if you look, 2005, it's time. So until next time, thanks for tuning in. One of these days I'll buy a real camera, I promise. And here's hoping you get an update on the ridiculous little metric chopper project inside of the next couple weeks. I've got some stuff to do, so you should see a couple from me before it's roadworthy.